Welcome student to my channel Educare Maths and Science. Today also the discussion of the laws of motion, linear momentum and other things. But these are the past the video, the mathematical reduction. Here actually I just discuss here the graphical representation of the linear momentum. You know linear momentum means a straight line motion, not the curved motion. Linear momentum, straight way. Just a body move in the straight way. So graphical representation of the linear moment, a very interesting thing. Suppose different drawings are there for the time saving and better understanding, and then I detailing the clear of this all these things, and from there you calculate the velocity and other thing. From the graphs, the conception of the graphical representation is very important. You just find out the all these things from the graph, and you just find out which body is where and this. Let us start here today. You know the coordinates theory. You know that this is the x-axis, the y-axis. Okay, the numbering is there. This is the time 1 2 3 seconds. Very interesting, very easy time. And this is the displacement in meter. Suppose this line actually what is indicate respect to the time. In case of the coordinate, you know also, if this is the 1 second, this is this 30 minutes. If the 2 second, this is 30. This is the 4 second, this is 30 meter displacement. So there is actually from the graphs you see respect to the time. That means actually just I see here. Suppose if you just draw it here. So in 1 second, 30. Suppose in 8 seconds, this also 30. That means what is indicate? In indicate respect to the time is changed. The body, the displacement of the body, the fixed. That means there is no change in their position. That means actually this is called the stationary object. So stationary object represent in this way. Respect to the time is changed, but the position of the body is fixed. That means the body is not change its place. That is called actually the stationary object. Is clear to you? Okay, that is the graphical representative of this. The straight is parallel to the x-axis. Suppose this is the x-axis and this is the y-axis. Respect to the time in 1 second. In which way you just study the graph? That is very important. In which way? From where you study and in which way you study the graph and understanding from the graph. Suppose it's a straight line. In 1 second, what is the position of the body? 30 meter. This is the displacement 30 meter. In 8 seconds, the body position is 30 meter. That means there is no change is there displacement. No change its place. 30 to 40, 40 to 50 is not there. The respect to the time, the change of the the position of the body is not changed. That means is a stationary object. See, in case of the stationary object, the graph is just parallel to the x-axis. This is the second time and this is the displacement. This actually called the time displacement graph. Here is also a time displacement graph, but this the uniform velocity. In which that is a straight line, just this. Straight line, that is actually uniform velocity. In which you study? Suppose here, this is the body. Here is a coordinate of this. A coordinate theory. This is 0. This is 0. That means when time is 0, displacement 0. Time is 1, 10. This is 10. Time is 2. This is 20. What is the change? If the time is the 0 second, the position of the body is 0 displacement, there is no meter. If the time is 1 second, the body is moved to the 0 to 10 meter displacement. If the time is 2 seconds, the body moves 10 meter to 20 meter. If the time is 3 seconds, the body is moved from 20 meter to 30 meter. That means each and every second, the 10 meter increase. Okay, so that means 0, 0, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. That means this is the moving the car in the straight line. That indicate moving the car in a straight line, but is a fixed velocity. Is a fixed velocity. But in which way you calculate the velocity, that is the graph is this. But the graph represent this point. That means coordinate is in idea of the coordinate is very important. So what is the position? This position. This position is 1. This is 110. This is 220. This is 330. X-axis, y-axis. Okay. This is, and you draw a point and join this. This is actually called the straight line. If you join this point, this is point, you draw a straight line. That means a straight line that indicates the body moves in the uniform velocity. But what is the velocity? You calculate from this graph. That is actually the slope of this line. That is actually the slope of the line. In case of the coordinate geometry, you just know the slope. Slope, what is the slope? Slope means this. Suppose this called the positive direction, this called the slope. This is theta. So tan theta, that is actually the slope. You know the tan theta means perpendicular by hypotenuse in case of the trigonometry. So the slope of this suppose is A, B, C. So what is the value of tan theta? Tan theta perpendicular by base. In this way, calculate this. That is the concept. That is the base concept, and here you calculate the slope. The idea of the trigonometry, the slope tan theta perpendicular by tan theta. M is the tan theta. So now from here you just draw. This is actually indicate the uniform velocity. But what is the velocity? You calculate from the graph. Is okay. Now here, suppose. Acha, is it clear? So I mean same drawing is there. This is the 0 second, 1 second, 2 second, 3 second, 4, 5, 6 second is okay. And this is this. Now the certain this instant, a line, this line, this the OP is the line. So what is the this line? What is the slope of this line? Suppose here is a point you draw. So this and instant this. Okay, so what is the slope of this line AB, and slope of the line AB and OP are same. So slope of tan theta. Slope means slope is actually tan theta. So tan theta means perpendicular by base. The slope of the line OP. So OP and AP same line. OP and AP are same line. So what is the slope of AB? Slope of AB, this is tan theta. So slope is, this is BC by AC. Is clear to you or not? This theta, tan theta. So slope of this line AB, and slope of this line OP are same, because A and B is the 2 points on the OP. Is clear? মানে A আর B টাই দুটো পয়েন্ট তো OP এর উপরই আছে. So slope of AB line or slope of OP line are same. So slope of AB, such as draw a triangle. Slope of AB. So suppose this is theta, tan theta. Tan theta means perpendicular by base. So what is the perpendicular here is BC. BC by AC. Is clear to you? Now what is the value of BC? BC is actually DE. What is the value of E? This is 40 and this is D is 20. So 40 minus 20, ED. ED means actually key. ED means from this to this E minus ED. What is the value of this? This is 20, this is 40. Total is 40. 40 minus 20, you get ED. Actually ED means EC is 40 and ED is 20. So you write here 40 minus 20. Total is 40. This total is 40. This is 20. So what is the value of DE? ED? ED is 40 minus 20, 40. And now what is the time? Total time is 4 seconds and up to this is 2 seconds. So what is the time? This is 4 minus 2, 2. That means what is 20 by 2? That means 10 meter per second velocity. In the straight line, the moving in the straight line, the velocity. What is the velocity you calculate from the slope of this line? This is 10 meter per second. That is very important. That means you calculate the velocity from the graphs also. Only just you draw a slope from here. Suppose this. You draw this. What is the slope? This is theta. So tan theta. Suppose this is P, this is Q, and this is R. So tan theta, this is PQ by RQ. What is the distance? This is 40. What is the distance? This is total is 40. You just see total is 40. And out of this is 20. So what is the distance? This 40 minus 20. 20. And what is the distance? Total distance, this is 4. And out of this is 2. So what is the distance? 4 minus 2, 2. So হয়ে গেল. So tan theta means perpendicular base. ওখান থেকে ক্যালকুলেট হয়ে গেল. So this is the perpendicular base 20 by 2, 10 meter per second. Is clear? Now, is clear to you? Now if the greater the slope, more the inclination. এই দেখো হাতটা এরম আছে, এই যে এটা এরম রাখতে পারি, এই দেখো এদিকে দেখো এরম। এটা যদি যত খাড়া হবে, এদিকটা তাকাও, এই দিকটা বুঝতে পারা যাবে। এই যে সূর্যে সেটা যত খাড়া হবে তত স্লোপটা বাড়বে। দ্যাট মিনস হিয়ার ইজ দ্যাট স্ট্রেট লাইন ইউ সি, দ্যাট ইজ আ স্ট্রেট লাইন। এটা এরম আছে, এটা যত খাড়া হবে দেখো উঠেছে উপর দিকে, এটা আর উঠেছে। দ্যাট মিনস দিস অ্যাঙ্গেল ইজ গ্রেটার, দিস অ্যাঙ্গেল small, this is maximal small, so this small and this, so সবচেয়ে ছোট অ্যাঙ্গেল এটা। তারপর এটা সাপোজ দিস ইজ 30 ডিগ্রি, this is 40 degree, this is 60 degree, so this slope is greater, That means the value of tan 60 is greater. You know, in case of the tan, the 0 to 90, the value of tan theta is increased. Suppose sin tan 0 0, tan 30 1 by root 3, tan 40 by 1, tan 60 root 3. Root 3 means 1.732. That means if the angle is increased in case of tan, the value is also increased. That means in that case, suppose this is this. If this is, that means this line is a greater velocity. The inclination is greater. Here is, this is theta, but this is actually, suppose this is 30 and this is 60. So this line, suppose this is m. OM is a line, the inclination is greater, that means this velocity is greater. If this is 10 meter per second, this line OP indicate the 10 meter per second, this is suppose 15 meter per second, because the slope is greater. Is clear to you? Okay. Actually, in that case, what is the actually indicate? S directly proportional to 2 in case of the time displacement graph. When the S means the displacement is directly proportional to time. That means when the time is increased, the displacement also increase. If this time is increased, displacement increase. What is the graph indicate? S varies directly proportional to 2, T S varies T. Is clear to you? Now the slope is clear to you? Is clear? Now, same velocity, straight line. These are all the straight line. Now here is a small graph is there, that is actually indicate the increasing velocity. Increasing velocity. Here, this is a 10, 10, 10. But here is from here used to reach, then this decreasing. Actually, this is the negative positive and this is the negative. So here is the velocity, from here is 0 degree, 60 degree. So 60 minus 0, what is the time taken? Time taken is 0 to 10. So what is the velocity here? 60. That is actually the decreasing. When you just speed up, and from here to here you just decrease. This is a negative. For that reason 60 থেকে 0 আসছে। এখানে কি ছিল? Velocity is 0. Graph representation কি করছে? Velocity is 0. Velocity increase with the time. After 6 seconds the velocity is 60. Displacement, not the velocity, there is a displacement. Okay, so what is this? This is a displacement, this is a time graph. 0 second, the displacement 0. After 6 second, the displacement is 60. So what is the velocity? 60 minus 0, that is the distance by time. Okay, so this is 60 minus 0 by 10, this is a 6 meter per second, 6 meter the velocity. But here the decrease the velocity from 60 to 0, but it's the time taken is this is 0 to 60 and time is here is 14, here is 6, 8 minutes taken. So here is the velocity is this decreasing in this rate. Okay, clear? Here is velocity is 6 meter per second, here is velocity is 7.5. What is the negative sign? That is the decreasing. That means here is actually in case of decreasing, the velocity is greater than this. Okay, so this graph indicate this. So slope is greater, the greater the velocity. Now if this is a straight line, that means velocity is not change. But when the velocity is change, that is a variable velocity, that means actually the acceleration is there, then the graph is different. It's not the straight line. It's not the straight line. এটাকে আমি একটু মুছে দিচ্ছি, ওকে? এই জায়গাটা মুছে দিচ্ছি, ওকে? If there is a movement here, here is time, very important, here is displacement. So these actually indicate the straight line motion. There is no change in velocity. There is no change in velocity. That means there is no acceleration. Is okay. But and you calculate from there the velocity. But if there is acceleration, that means each and every instant the velocity is changed. That means this actually the curve. That is indicate. This is a curve. This is a time. This is the displacement, and this is actually curve at an instant. Okay, Suppose this is A, this is B, C, D, E. Okay. So what is indicate? There is the acceleration. What is the graph indicate? This is the curve. Very important. Body moves variable speed. Body moves variable fixed in the fixed direction. So this is the curve. This graph is, so in case of the acceleration, when the body is in the accelerate condition, the acceleration, the graph is actually the curve, not the straight line. Straight line means fixed velocity. Huh? That means the uniform velocity. Here is, this is indicate the uniform velocity. Uniform velocity. Here is variable velocity. Variable velocity. When the variable velocity, that means there is an acceleration. Each and every instant, the velocity is changed. Here is each and every instant. Suppose A. What is the velocity? Suppose 10 meter per second. In that place also 10 meter per second. But here, suppose the velocity is 10 meter per second. But in that instant, the velocity is 15 meter per second. That is the variable velocity. In that case, the curve is, the graph is the curve. So you just calculate at an instant. তুমি এই পয়েন্টে velocity calculate করতে পারো। But এই পয়েন্টে velocity calculate করতে গেলে তো the velocity is different. So in that particular point you draw a tangent. যখন তুমি এরকম করছো, এই যে কার্ভটা করছো, in that point you just draw a tangent from this and from a draw a line. Triangle is formed. In that point, this point দিয়ে তুমি একটা tangent draw করবে. You draw a tangent from this particular point. যে পয়েন্টে তুমি ভেলোসিটিটা ক্যালকুলেট করতে, in which point? Suppose this is a point P. In that point, you just calculate the velocity at that instant. এই পয়েন্টে, এই জায়গাটা, what is the velocity of the moving car? Is clear? What is the velocity? For that reason, you just point and you draw a tangent from there. A tangent draw করলে, this tangent, and now this is the, you know the, and the line is here. You take a line. So what is the slope of the line from there? So this is suppose theta. So tan theta is, suppose this is the MP and this is O. So MP by OP. From there you calculate the instant velocity of that point. If you calculate the velocity here, suppose if the velocity is, so you draw a tangent in that place. Then this is, suppose alpha. So tan alpha is, suppose this is A, this is B. So tan alpha is AB by CB. So in that place, you calculate the velocity. Each and every point you calculate the velocity, because this is a variable velocity, the acceleration is there. So in this way, here is the graphical representation for this. Suppose here, this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 second. This is displacement is okay. This time is 0, 0. Time is 2. This is 10. Time is 5. Where is 5? This is 5. At that point, this is 30. Time is 6. Suppose this. Now, time 5 second, the displacement is 30. So time 5 second, this point, the slope of this BD, you draw a line, slope, the curve of at point. Okay, যেটা এরকম ভাবে দেখিয়েছিলাম। তাহলে এবার এটা tan theta. So tan theta is equal to BC by DC. Now, what is BC? BC is actually totalটা কত? 50. এইটুকুটা কত? 10. তাহলে what is the value of BC? BC is 40. No problem, it's clear to you. What is the value? Total is, from here to here is 50, up to this minus করতে হবে 10. So 50 minus 10, this is 40. Now what is the value of this? Tan theta BC by DC. এই টোটালটা কত? 7. এইটুকুটা কত? 3. So 7 minus 3, 4. So 40 by 4, 10 meter per second is the velocity at that point, not the total. At that point, the velocity is particular, the moving body at the point A, the velocity is 10 meter per second. But it's different here. This difference here. You just draw a tangent from here, then you draw this. So in that one, so you calculate this, and suppose this is alpha. So what is this? This point, this by this. What is this? Total is 60 minus this is suppose 25. So what is total? This is 8. Suppose this is 7, this is 8. 8 minus this is 3. So velocity is different. If the velocity is different, that means there is a acceleration. So the acceleration curve is this. This actually called the curve, not the straight. এই নাম্বার এটা হচ্ছে এরকম কার্ভ বেঁকে থাকবে। Okay, in that way. So in that way, very easy. From the graph you calculate the velocity. In the straight হলে এরকম করবে। কার্ভ থাকলে এরকম করবে, বাট স্লোপ, ইউ ক্লিয়ার, দ্য স্লোপ ইজ দিস, হোয়াট ইজ স্লোপ ইন কেস অফ দ্য ট্যানজেন্ট, in case of the trigonometry. So okay, clear. So slope is, so slope of the curve at the point, at a different point, different. Okay, এইখানে যদি মনে করো যদি করো তখন এখানে স্লোপ এখানে ট্যানজেন্ট করবে, করে এটা ড্র করবে, করে এটা করবে। সো দিস বাই দিস, দিস সাপোজ দিস ইজ বিটা, এরকম ভাবে আমরা ইচ এন্ড এভরি পয়েন্ট ইন কার্ভের, এই যে কার্ভটা আছে, সাপোজ এ কার্ভ, সাপোজ এই যে কার্ভ, এই কার্ভের এখানে আমি পয়েন্ট করতে পারি, হোয়াট ইজ দ্য ভেলোসিটি অফ দিস ট্যানজেন্ট, এখানে যদি করি, সো দিস ইজ দিস, তোমরা নিজেরাই বার করতে পারো, এখানে আছে মনে করে করলে এরকম, each and every point you calculate the velocity, দেখবে তখন there is a change in velocity. Okay, so this for today, the graphical, মানে আমি for that is each and every student, so there is a panic in the graph, from the graphs থেকে আমরা ঠিক বুঝতে পারি না, so I try my best to clear the concept. Now next day I'll continue the graphs. Okay, so this is for today. If you understand, please share and subscribe the channel. Thank you student, thank you.